So what's going on, guys? I am Amazing. Welcome back to another zombies video, where today we are talking about World War II zombies. Yes, this game mode that we've literally had no information about for ages and ages now. We are less than a month away until the game releases, and by this time we've usually had a little more information on the zombies mode from the developers, whether it's actual gameplay, a trailer, or just them talking about it, but we really haven't had much. Sledgehammer Games have been very quiet on their new zombies game mode. But just 2 days ago, a ton of information on World War II zombies was leaked, because as you may know, the beta was released for the PC, and what people have done is gone into the game files and extracted out all of this information. And when I say this is a lot, I mean it. If you want to check this out for yourself, I will link it down in the description. But just before we get into this information, obviously this is going to contain spoilers, so if you don't want to know about this, then I'd click off the video. But originally when I first saw this 2 days ago, I wasn't gonna cover it. Leaks isn't really my thing, but I thought, you know what, I've read it myself, we're really getting nothing from Sledgehammer Games, and so maybe it'll give you guys a better insight as to what this game mode's gonna include. And plus it's quite interesting. Also, I do just want to say that the other day Sledgehammer Games themselves came out with a statement regarding this leak. They said they know this has happened and not everything in here is gonna be correct. Some of this coding could be old, or we are just reading it wrong, we are misinterpreting this information. So it is possible that some of this information in here for the final game could change. It won't be there when it finally releases, or we're just misinterpreting what we've been given. However, with that out of the way, let's get into it. So this was released on Reddit, and we've got a ton of information from the map name, the perks, the classes, the weapon perks, the gameplay features, consumables, coupons, keys, power-ups, and even the wonder weapons. So it's a ton of information. Now, we've already seen one trailer for World War II zombies, and it's this map that has 3 layers. The above ground, then we have the sewers, and then kind of like a level beneath that. Well, the map name, this map is called the Final Reich. Now, in this map, as we usually get with zombies, we've got a ton of different perks, and I imagine these are going to be in the whole of World War II zombies, so DLC 1, 2, and so on and so on. The first perk is named Panzer Blitz, and the description that comes with it says, the machine injects the user with energy, protecting their health in dire situations. It costs more jolts with each use, as death is inevitable. And the codename for that is armor. So that's weird. I don't think we've ever had anything like that in zombies before. That's not Juggernog. This is a perk that injects the player with energy, protecting their health in dire situations. That's an interesting one. The next one is Double Tap. It's going to be called Kugel Blitz, and obviously it increases your damage output. Another perk is basically Electric Cherry, in which it's called Shield Blitz, and if you've played Treyarch Zombies, you know what this does. It protects you when your gun cannot. A burst of damaging electricity comes forth when you reload your weapon, so we know what that does. We've seen it before. Again, the next one is Speed Reload. In game, this is called Schnell Blitz. I'm probably pronouncing some of these names wrong, and this increases your reload speed. The next perk is called Heil Blitz. This is basically Juggernog, where it doubles your maximum health. Then we have an interesting perk called Faust Blitz, and the codename for this is Perk Punch, and it says Faust Blitz makes every strike your best. Your melee damage is increased, so that's interesting. We never really melee past about round 5, 6 on zombies. It's not really too effective, but this perk increases your melee damage. I don't know if it doubles it or increases it every round you go on. I don't know, but that's interesting. So the next perk is called Leben Blitz. This is basically Quick Revive. We all know what that does. It allows you to automatically revive yourself, but as always, it's limited to 3 uses. Whilst on co-op, it increases how fast you revive your allies. We then have Laufen Blitz, which is codename Perk Run, which is basically stamina up, so you can sprint faster and run indefinitely. And then finally, we have the Random Blitz Machine, which is Wonderfizz. It's the same as what we had in Treyarch Zombies, where you get a random perk. So those are all of the perks, which I'm going to be honest, that's quite a lot, and they all sound really, really interesting. And what's good about that is there are a few new ones in there that we've never experienced before in previous zombies modes. So moving on, what we're also having in World War II Zombies, which seems kind of new, is classes. Now, it seems there are 5 different classes, which are Offense, Control, Support, Medic, and Classic. I don't 100% understand what these mean, as these are new to World War II Zombies. We haven't had these before. But with the offense class you get the free fire ability, and this means that the player who has this can fire their weapon without expanding any ammo, even if the clip is empty. So you can shoot your weapon without using ammo. For the control class, the ability is shell shock, and if you use this creates a burst originating from the player, knocking back nearby zombies. It also applies light damage and holds them stunned. So that one's interesting. For the support class, the ability is frontline, and this means that all of the zombies will chase the user, and the player that is being chased can then deal double damage to the zombies that are chasing him. We then have the medic class. The ability is camouflage, which just means the player is ignored by the zombies. And then finally we have the classic class. There's no ability, so that probably just means normal zombies. I don't know, but these classes are different. It seems like we select one and then we charge up our abilities in game, and then eventually when our abilities are charged we can use these for a short amount of time. So when we charge our ability, we could either shoot our weapons for a short amount of time without using ammo, or get the zombies to chase you and then deal double damage to them. I don't know, that's something new, and we'll just have to wait until the game comes out to see how good those classes really are. Now, something else that is new and is coming to World War II Zombies are the class perk mods. So these are perks that you select in the menus to equip to your class in Zombies, and these perks can enhance you and your special ability, and there are loads of them. I'm not even gonna count. I probably won't go through all of them, however again the link is in the description, but we have loads. So the first one is Dutiful Medic, and this allows you to take no damage from one hit while reviving a teammate. We then have Explosive Handler, which gives yourself and nearby allies 2 lethals while activating free fire. Next is Fast Hands, which means you can use items and lethal equipment faster, so switch weapons faster. We then have Fiery Burst, which means enemies hit by shell shock are set on fire. We also have Finishing Blow. The description is deal extra melee damage against enemies with less than half health. Flak Fire means you take no damage from your own explosives, which you'd be pretty stupid if you blow yourself up with your own grenades. We then have Fragmentation Skull, which means headshot kills cause explosive damage to nearby enemies during free fire. We then have Fully Loaded, which increases your maximum reserve ammo capacity. Grenadier means you can carry twice the maximum ammo of lethal equipment. Next up is Gun Ho, which allows you to fire weapons while sprinting. Punishment is the next one and can only be activated with the frontline ability. And basically it means that weaker enemies die automatically after hitting the user, so that's interesting. We then have Hoarder, which means you can carry additional blitz. We then have Long Lasting, which means that power-ups last longer. After that we have Lucky Crest, and the description is it gives you a chance to double damage when hitting an enemy's weaker point. I guess that's an arm or a leg or something like that. We then have Marksmanship, which means that headshots deal significantly increased damage while using free fire. We then have Mark II, and it says that the player's weapon is upgraded while using free fire. Next up is Mobilization, which has increased movement speed while using camouflage. We then have Mugger, increased jolts for killing weaker enemies with melee only. I have there literally just gone through half. I don't want to bore you guys by just going through the whole list, but I think you get the point. Go through the other half if you want to. Again, I will link the Reddit for this down in the description. So we then have gameplay features. Now a lot of these we already know, so we have the mystery box, we have the Pack-a-Punch, which in World War II Zombies will be called the Uberspregen. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but it doesn't seem like this is a basic Pack-a-Punch machine. It says it can upgrade your weapon with power and unique traits. So by unique traits, it sounds like the firework, the dead wire, the blast furnace abilities in Treyarch Zombies. So it sounds like not only can it upgrade our weapon to shoot higher damage, but we'll also give it unique abilities. We also have another new feature which is called Photo Booth, which allows you to save your weapons even throughout death. So it sounds like the fridge that you could get in Treyarch Zombies. I think you could get it in Buried or Transit, or the Lost and Found feature. We then have daily challenges. There's really nothing to explain there. We have a storyline cutscene, but of course we don't know what that is yet. We have the power switch, so obviously we have to restore the power again. We have a prestige feature. We have a jolts or points feature. We know that the point system is going to be slightly different, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes down. We then have a notebook feature, which is basically the inventory. And then finally it says unlocking mods, so I'm not exactly sure what that means. So we also have consumables, and actually I think these are going to work like the Gobblegum system in Black Ops 3 or the Fate and Fortune cards in Infinite Warfare Zombies, as we have 4 different rarities: common, epic, legendary, and rare. We have different consumable types, from discounts to weapon guarantees, keys, power-ups, special weapons, and weapons. So again, we believe that is actually going to work like the Gobblegum system from Black Ops 3. I'm not going to go through all of these consumables. If you want to check them out, I will link it down in the description. Now, of course, what's returning, as we always have for zombies, are power-ups. We've got 7 different power-ups. We have double points, which is going to be called electromagnetic. We have insta-kill, which is called Reaper Strike. We have max ammo, which is called max ammo. We then have a new power-up called security, and this turns on all of the traps in the map, so that's interesting. We then have the nuke, which is called eclipse, fire sale, and the final one, which is new again, is called full meter, and this fills your special ability meter. We have 2 different camos, but they are the Pack-a-Punch camo and the Blood Raven camo. I'm not going to go through all of the weapons. They're basically the weapons that are going to be in World War II, like the STG, the M1 Grand, the M1911, the Car 98, the Enfield, the Bren, the Lewis, the MG42. I think you get the point, but the melee weapons will be the Trench Shovel and the Blood Raven Sword, which is interesting. And then, of course, we have the Wonder Weapons. Now, I don't know what these are, how they will work, but under Wonder Weapons, we have 5 different things. The first one is the Jack-in-the-Box, which sounds to me like it's going to be similar to the Monkey Bomb. We throw it, and then the zombies are going to be attracted towards it. The next weapon is called Bloodthirst. It just says Tesla Blood, and it sounds to me like we have 4 wonder weapons for all 4 of our characters to use. So there's Bloodthirst, Reaper, Hurricane, and Midnight. And the codename for all of these are Tesla Blood, Tesla Death, Tesla Moon, and Tesla Storm. So it sounds like these are Tesla electricity weapons that have 4 unique abilities, Blood, Death, Moon, and Storm, that each of our characters can use. But of course, we don't know how they're going to work, so I'll just leave that one there. And then finally, going through the zombies menu, we have a few different things. The first one, of course, is the classic zombies. So it says fight through endless waves of the undead in this classic co-op mode. The next one is custom games. So we know what that is. We've had it in every zombies. Kind of just like a private match you can have with your friends. We then have something that's called Beware the Zombies. I don't know what that is. Is it a new mode? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, as I really have no idea. We then have public match and something which in the code says menu launch training. So whether that's a training mode that you can have on zombies before you go into an actual match, I don't know. But that is everything in World War II Zombies. There's still a bit of information, like the consumables and stuff that I'm not going to go completely through, as we really don't fully understand that. But there's a lot of interesting information there, from the perks to the mystery box to the wonder weapons. Definitely go ahead and check it out for yourself. But there we go. That is it for the video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, as always, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest zombies content on the channel, and click that notification bell icon as well. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll get some official information soon, because we've really got nothing. We're going dry here, man. We need some. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.